Okay, I think that at this time we'll just make a start. So it is the December 6th on our fall course for Human Anatomy and Physiology 1. Week 16 really marks the last week when we're actually learning new material. So this week really wraps up all that we've been looking at when it comes to the nervous system. We'll be looking at the special senses to wrap up the content regarding that unit of our course. Here's the plan for today. I think that today's session is gonna be shorter. I have another meeting that I'm unfortunately going to have to jump into. And really, I think that special senses, you have a lot of good learning material available regarding this content on your Canvas course. So I'll leave it heavily for you to have a look through that. Uh, in addition, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about what the end of the semester will mean for us on this course. Obviously, we'll have a look of this week's plan, and we'll also pay a little look towards next week, because next week is going to be especially important because it's not actually a full-length week. It's going to be shorter than usual week. So I want you to plan accordingly as you're preparing for that. Like I said, I probably won't spend that much time reviewing the chapter material, as you have really good lecture videos available for you. If we have time, we'll peek at some of the homework at the very end. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate each and every one of you. I know that completing asynchronous online courses can sometimes be a little scary, but you have made it. You have made it almost at the very end of this course. So this week marks us covering our last set of learning material, and next week we'll take our last set of tests. So just a little bit longer, you're almost at that finish line. Let's get you over that, and let's get you that great final grade that you certainly deserve. I appreciate all the fantastic work that you've been putting in. So before we get any further, I have a personal request for you. I'm asking help from you because this is something that really makes a significant impact, not just for us in terms of developing this course further, but also for me as your individual instructor. So in your college email, so you have all your personal emails, but you will have also been assigned your college email. That college email is based on your Maricopa user ID. Usually, I think it's 3 letters and a series of numbers at the end of it, and the same password that you use to log in to the Canvas course. On that email address, which you'll be able to access through the Gmail, Google Mail service, you will have received an email that's titled something along the lines of CGCC teacher evaluation for this course. I would anticipate that if you have not yet completed it, you will have received multiple reminder messages as well. And you'll keep receiving more and more of those reminder messages. The reason why I really ask you to complete this evaluation is, first of all, I am very committed to developing this course further, and your feedback is crucial on that. As I told you at the beginning of the course, this semester I've been trying a few different things that are new, such as those simulations in a virtual setting. So all of your feedback makes a huge difference as we develop this course further. Beyond that, in addition to that, these surveys that you complete, are a significant portion when the college assesses the performance of each instructor. And since I'm fairly new to this institution, my instruction is being evaluated once a year based on the student feedbacks, based on the other things that I provide for the committee. And really, what you say makes a huge difference. So I really, really do want to hear your honest feedback. I want to hear where I can do better, but I would also appreciate if you can share what's been good. All of this feedback also does go to my supervisors and to the committee. So I would encourage you to use language that you're comfortable with being shared with others. But like I said, it is really important that I get feedback from every student in this class. In addition to the importance of the feedback for me, the other thing is that I ask you to take a screenshot at the end of completing that survey. You'll get a kind of a confirmation screen. Upload that screenshot to our assignment section, and I will be sure that you get those points for completing that assignment as well. So it's not a long survey. It doesn't require you a lot of time or effort, but my goal is to receive feedback from each and every student in this class. So please, please, please consider completing this and submitting it. It would help not only the college a great deal, but me as an individual instructor who's still on a probationary period a great deal. So please, please, please complete this survey. If you're having any trouble with accessing your college email, let me know and I'll get you in touch with the right people. But this is something that I'm really asking from you as a favor towards me as well to complete. So what are we doing this week? This week we're looking at chapter 16, and as typical, I have a chapter quiz for you. And in addition to that, I have our final simulation. In my face-to-face classes, students would be completing a dissection of an eyeball as part of this week's material, and I want you to have the similar experience. I know that completing the dissection on a virtual setting is never going to be exactly the same as it would be if you were doing it in in-person classroom, but I think it's going to get us very close of that experience. Those simulations I find are rather good on our publisher's platform. So please complete these two assignments. Both of them are due at the end of this week on Sunday. So I think that that should be fairly clear. Moving onwards, I wanted to mention a few words about next week, because next week is going to be a little different from what some of you might be used to. So I want to make sure that there's no surprises. Next week, we will complete the exam tree and practical tree, assessing the last set of chapters that you have not yet taken your exam. However, what's important to notice is that next week I'm expecting all of the work, whether it's the exam tree and practical tree, or whether it's anything else that you still wish to submit to be considered towards your final grade. I'm asking for you to make sure that all of this work is submitted by the end of the day on Wednesday. And I believe that Wednesday is the December 13th. So please, please, please try to get those assignments in by then. At the end of Wednesday, I will be finalizing your grades and I will be submitting those grades to the registry. So once the grades have been submitted to the registry, I'm unable to do any changes or have discussions about adjusting or correcting anything. So I really ask you to make sure to stick to this due date. You will probably receive a message from me And on that message, I will confirm where your grade is standing, where your course grade ended once I've received all of the exams and once I've received all of the practicals from the class. I normally send this message both through the Canvas and as an email, but keep an eye, especially of the Canvas messaging system. I'm going to ask you to check that your grade looks like what you were expecting, that all of the assignments are correct for the grades that you got for them. And after that, like I said, I'll be sending your grades to the registry, and that's it. That's last thing that we have to do. But because this is gonna be different from a normal week, because all the work is due by Wednesday, I want to make sure that you're aware of that and you're prepared for that so it doesn't come as a surprise for anyone. So like I said, this week we're looking at our final chapter on special senses. So we'll look at things like touch, vision, taste, smell, hearing, and sense of balance. All of these use specialized sensory receptors, and you'll get to learn about all of these a little bit more. I think we'll focus heavily on the vision, maybe talk a little bit about hearing as well. But your textbook does a great job covering this material. And like I said, I have pretty good lecture videos for you available as well. So I encourage you to use those as you work through this material. So that leads us to really have a very last thing, which is having a peek of the homework that we have for this week. And let me just jump out of the presentation, provided it's letting me do so. And let me share my screen with you so we can get you a view of what to expect with those last assignments. And I'm just uploading that screen so we can get that nicely taken care of. Let's share that screen. So our final quiz for the semester, the chapter 16 quiz, it's not a long quiz, but it's a useful one for making sure that you're reviewing all the material that you need to be aware of. There's going to be questions such as drag and drop to fill in the proper word to complete each of the sentences. So you'll be looking at things such as the eye anatomy and physiology by kind of completing the sentences with the appropriate terms. You'll be also kind of filling whether we're talking about a structure or a cavity when we look at the different structures of the eye. So that's a nice way to revise some of that content. I also have a little more detailed questions, especially regarding the photoreceptors that we have in the eye, so rods and cones. So you'll get to identify a little bit about their anatomy and also physiology, how they work, how the structure is, and provide information on that. I do also have complete a sentence, multiple choice questions, as you see, available for you. And I have also kind of a question that focuses on different ways to classify receptors. And it's again a drag and drop based. So we're looking at the stimulus modality, stimulus origin, and receptor distribution as you're working. And here we're seeing more different kinds of special senses receptors. So we're moving away from the specifics of the vision and eye. I also have a question type where you'll be choosing the true statements. There's multiple correct ones regarding vision in this case. So that should give you a fairly good idea what to expect when it comes to the quiz. Like I've said before, in addition to that, I also have for you a simulation assignment to complete. And unfortunately, I'm not able to open that simulation on my screen in the instructor view. So I'm not able to share it, but it follows the same format that you've done before. I think it's a very, very nice assignment and a good assignment in guiding you in that sense. Let's get back to the previous screen. So, like I said, I think that summarizes everything that I wanted to share with you for this week. However, as always, I am here to help you. All you have to do is reach out to me and we'll tackle any questions, any concerns, anything that I can assist you with. Remember, I am not here to catch you out. I'm here to make you sure that you succeed and you reach your goals for this course. So I would really encourage you to consider uh, if there are any assignments you missed, and if you think you can still get them in, let's get those taken care of as well. So on that note, that brings me to the end of everything I wanted to share with you today. I appreciate you, and it certainly has been a pleasure working with you this semester. We still have our next week. It's not going to be a long week, but we have our next week to tackle our exam tree and practical tree. And I'll make another one of these mini sessions to get you all set up and prepared for those. But that's it from me for now. I will see you next week again, and I hope you have a very good rest of the week. Thank you and bye.